Facts
to this day.
red and blue, purple light, red, red and blue, purple like friends. Facts, you can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road, you better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts, peace, love and light, peace, love. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you and it's going to provoke you and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Yes, indeed. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Know the Ledger, excuse me. And yes, you are now rocking with the best. This is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, soon to be joined by my guest for the evening, the one and only Professor Griff. And before we bring him on stage, let us go ahead and do the roll call so we know who is in the building. Shout out to everybody pulling up. We see you. You dig? We see you. Make sure if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do that right now. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification so you are alerted whenever we go live. You dig? So yes, it's something about that song, man. I could be having a bad day, you know what I'm talking about, and I turn those slaps on, and the frequency just uplifts me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the 44 Tops. That song that you heard, that's the Facts remix. All right. Peace, love, and light from Oklahoma City. Shout out to Oklahoma. Shout out to Compton. Shout out to Massachusetts and whatnot. Shout out to Harlem, Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to Phoenix. All right. Arizona, Greenville, Durham, St. Petersburg. Houston is in the building. Salute to Houston. Massachusetts. All right. Shout out to San Francisco. Shout out to Tampa, BKA T-Town, DC. You dig? All right. Shout out to Norfolk, Alabama, Santa Rosa, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We got East Flatbush in the building. We got Cali in the building, the District of Goddess, Columbia. We got Rochester, Strong Island. Yeah, we in the building. We deep in the building. Duval. Shout out to Duval. Shout out to New Mexico. So the family is in the building. We don't have all night. I want to go ahead and I want to bring my good brother in because we don't have all night and we want to get this information out. You know what I'm talking about? We want to get this information out. Shout out to Portland, Chicago. All right. You just found, okay, you found the site. No doubt. No doubt. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn. Yeah, we was waiting for Brooklyn to pull up. Now it's safe. Now we could do the show. We got BK in the house. BK in the building. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gods and goddesses, Moors and Moabites, without any further ado, I want to welcome back to the platform an alumni, you know what I mean? A KT alien. He's been with us since the Blog Talk era days. And before that, I was one of his students watching this man on VHSs, on small TV screens and whatnot. The super legend, one and only Professor Griff. Welcome to the show. Peace.
Peace to the God. How you feel? What's good?
Man, like I say, I'm always better when you here, man. So,
Thanks.
you know,
Likewise, man.
we in the building, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I already I could smell a classic. You feel me? So we here, man. I am elated to be here. I just saw you this strong in at King Simon's event.
Oh, okay.
That was always it's always good seeing you in person. You feel me? Rather than on the internet. It's
Right.
always good to see my brother in person and whatnot.
Likewise, mutual exchange of energy, man.
Yes. Let the family know how you doing, man. I know they ain't see you in a minute.
Yeah, they haven't seen me in a minute, but since they haven't seen me, I think for the last the last month, I kind of resurfaced and set the fuse back up under my platform, Serious Minds RNTV, and via Black Power Media Reloaded with Kalanji.
Okay.
I think what I was doing was trying to tackle that large, awesome task that I was trying to tackle by my lonesome over there. And let me tell you what the issue is, Red, so you'll know.
Yes.
Unlike brave individuals like yourself, your brother Blue, Dot, I could call the role that I have done some things with on and offline. A lot of times you can make a phone call and you can easily interview someone and get them on. Well, when I make the phone call, I got to jump through hoops.
What you mean?
To be on there with me, man. You understand what I'm saying? They think they might get in trouble, or I might say something, or yada yada yada. That's their thing, bro. I'm telling you.
They should be honored to get the call and snap to attention.
Nah, that's not the case, man. That's not the case. They shun the idea that they kind of they fantasize about it, but then when it actually gonna happen, they like, yeah, something really can't do it, yada yada yada. And I'm like, cool. And I found that happening to me over and over and over again because I wanted to interview people on Serious Minds.
Yes.
They wouldn't come, bro.
Right. They was acting chicken shit.
Right. So I just let it go. I just said, okay, do your thing. So I stepped back. I hit the reset button, and here I am.
And you partnered up with Kalanji and his network.
You're Black Power Media Reloaded, and
Dope.
I just kind of go through there. And one of my destinations is Serious Minds RNTV. So that's how I'm moving, man.
Okay, shoot, man. Well, that even makes it even more honorable and whatnot, because as you know, even when the stove was at 400 degrees in 2017, when they was acting as a donkey and whatnot, because that the Mika X had you in that picture with him, and people were really running away from the idea of even doing things with you. We snapped to attention and embraced you. Me, Black Dot, Lord Jamal.
Let them know who Micah Johnson is. A lot of people don't know.
Okay. So on July the 7th, 2017 in Dallas, Texas, Mika Johnson or Mika X was alleged because it's not been proven all the way. It was alleged that he took out 5 Dallas police officers at a Black Lives Matter protest, and he became one of the first American citizens to be neutralized or terminated by a land robot, what they call a land drone. Right. And the picture went viral. He was at a book signing event where he showed up, and he took a picture with Professor Griff, Fox 5, or I believe we were in Trump territory during that time, correct? This was during the Trump era. And they made the picture go viral, and our good brother Professor Griff, as a result of that, you already know what began to happen. The propagandists, the right wing, the alt-rights, and all of these other people began to act like they had some smoke and whatnot. So the community, the ones who have the strong enough backbone, they stood up and they made sure that our brother's name wasn't besmirched and whatnot. I mean, Griff was on the front lines doing it himself, but we just showed that we could support him when people were, you know, they were tucking tails. And these were people in the community. I remember specifically certain individuals who shall go remain unnamed and whatnot. You know, they were looking at their fake celebrity status in the community and feeling like, nah, I can't stand next to the brother because, you know, so yeah. And here we are, you know. And it's interesting that you even brought that up, because I promise you, my first question to you, Baba, was going to be about this new wave of quote unquote truth telling, right? This has become a trend. This has become trendy. Today I was on YouTube and I was observing all of the new whistleblowers, Jaguar Wright, Gene Deal. Jaguar Wright even brought a white boy out there who was saying some real off the cuff stuff. And I was just sitting back saying to myself, like, where is Professor Griff in this conversation? Like, where is the Minister of Information in this conversation? Where is the original whistleblower? Where is the original, quote unquote, the one who basically went against all norms in the late 80s and whatnot? Why is he not on these couches? Where's the interviews? Like, where is the focus on the original truth tellers? So,
well, let me say this, man. The whole idea of speaking the truth at the time that I spoke it, it was right on time. Some people said I spoke out of season. They lame. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no season to tell the truth. You see, it's trendy and cute and fashionable now to tell it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
because
right.
When I told it, it was no internet.
Right.
Wait, slow down. Let's press the pause button. Think about that. How did that information get around if there wasn't no internet?
They had to make phone calls.
People had to either show up in person.
Right.
You had to make phone calls. You understand what I'm saying? Or you had to get it directly from me.
Yes.
You
had to show up to an event. Right. Or get a book. You know.
Exactly.
When was your first book was published in what year? Do you remember?
That book had no real relevance on the kind of conversation we're having now, because it was a book about helping young people in the music industry. The book that you're talking about is The Psychological Covert War on hip hop. And this is like the third. I had to pull it back a couple of times because the brothers wanted to get it in prison, and they said because of the couple of images that I had in here of Nicki Minaj and a couple of other people, they wouldn't let it in the prisons. So I had to pull it back a couple of times. But the copyright date on here is 2011, but it was out before then.
Before that, right? So that's like the third edition.
Right, exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's a Bible right there. That's a must-have for any researchers or anybody who claims to speak about hip hop. A sister that I was, you know, I'm following her on my timeline. She used to be in the community real heavy back in the Sinetta days. She had posted a video the other day with a Caucasian or European speaking about Diddy and whatnot. And I said to her in the comments, I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not really trying to hear nobody that's Caucasian talk about hip hop, bro. Like, we got to draw the line somewhere. I don't want to hear no white person talk about Diddy. Like, I don't want to hear nobody talking about hip hop that's not a part of the culture. I will listen to them when they want to talk about their stuff. I give them the benefit of doubt when it's about Trump or other things. But there's nothing that you could tell me about Diddy or hip hop there's something that we haven't heard or that's going to necessarily be new information. So we just got to cut that out. You know what I mean? That's one of my pet peeves.
Right. And then we got to understand these people are still related to the people that destroyed hip hop. These are the same people that are related to the people that's related to the people that set COINTELPRO in motion. These are the same people that's constantly putting laws and different things in place to destroy the black family. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to understand that particular dynamic. And until they denounce them, their relatives, and the people that they're connected to, we're not really truly going to take you serious. You understand what I'm saying?
Not,
Do
right.
your work over there first before you come over here. You coming into our house and we got a little dirt on the floor, but your grass is growing in your shit. Your back and your front yard is fucked up. Roof falling in. You
All
understand what I'm
kind of
saying?
shit.
All
Right.
kind of stuff happening. So come on,
Asbestos.
stay over there with that. You understand what I'm saying? And before you come over here, we got to take you through the test. You're just not going to come over here like everything is all right. You can't go to no hood without getting the pass to come through it.
You feel me? You
And
feel me?
That should be the law. Ask barbecue in Haiti. Anyway, we'll talk.
Yeah, because it's like y'all are not about to come over here and start gaslighting, talk about what the fuck we doing and try to clean up our backyard and your front yard. Like you said, the damn roof, everything is dilapidated where you come from, but y'all do not turn up. I don't hear you turning up on Vince McMahon. I don't hear y'all turning up on Weinstein. They only really started talking about Epstein after he got locked up and then unalived, allegedly. They didn't have no smoke for him when he was out. And when, before, it seems like once the law those civil bracelets on you, all of these fake ass people start throwing rocks. And I'm like, that's so corny to me, bro. Like that. I don't even want to talk about the Diddy thing after he gets indicted, because at that point, the job is over. Like there's nothing more to talk about. Y'all just reading police reports at the end of the day. We had the testicular fortitude 10 to 15 years ago when people in the streets would fight you for talking crazy about their heroes and whatnot. We had the unmitigated gall to stand up when the whole industry was really on some fanboy shit. Now it's like it's fashionable to throw rocks and hide your hand. But
let me revisit the first question that you asked me. The reason why I'm not sitting on all these couches next to Jaguar writing all these other people, like I said, A, it's fashionable. B, it's almost to the point where it's safe. Now that the alphabet boys don't got their eyes on these people, some of these people can come out and say whatever they've been trying to say. But how about say it at a time when I said it and then stand on it?
And then stand on it, right?
It's stand on and still stand on it.
To this day.
When you're talking about standing up to tell the truth to your people, and then all these things happen to you, getting shot at, poisoned, house burned down, and all these other things, and you still standing on it? Man, that speaks volumes, bro. You understand what I'm saying? But the beautiful thing about that, I can stand next to a red and blue pill, a black dot, a Brother Rich. I can name a few more. You understand what I'm saying? There's not too many people even willing to take a fucking picture with me, Red.
Right.
Can you imagine that?
Right.
I'm at the damn video shoot. No, fuck it. I'm gonna just call some names. I'm at the video shoot, right?
Yeah.
Spike Lee, Denzel Washington. I can
fight the power.
Yeah, just like it was on. I think it was on. He Got Game. Spike Lee's movie. Spike Lee's movie. He Got Game with Denzel Washington.
Yes.
Bro, people
scared to take a flick with you.
You in the room. You want to take a picture? Okay, damn. Okay, yada yada yada. You want to take? Like, nah. Just avoid GRIFF. Avoid the short little dude.
Yeah. Because the word came down from the top. Shout out to Black Dot and Urban X TV legends. Right. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, exactly. So yeah.
And the word came out from the manager. The word came out from the label boss, and probably from one of your bandmates,
Right.
So I definitely, I appreciate you saying names, and not being intimidated by this fake ass industry.
Right, exactly.
You've been around this industry for a very long time. You were there in its golden era, my good brother, and you've seen the progressions, you've seen the digressions, you've seen the roller coaster, the ebb and flow of this industry. We are currently in a very interesting quarter in the history of this industry, in its 51st year. It's really looking bleak for the business model that the industry was operating off of. There's a lot of consolidations of major labels coming together. They're absorbing the smaller labels. A lot of the CEOs from the what I would call the shiny suit era. That's like the puffy era. They're getting fired, they're getting laid off and whatnot. There are, no rap songs are charting again on the billboards and whatnot. I want to know from you, good brother, Professor Griff, how would you rate in the music industry overall in 2024? Like, what is your report card? What grade would you give hip hop, and what state would you say the music industry is in right now?
Yeah, all of this bullshit will get an F. When you say hip hop, like, what do you mean? I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, hip hop is high infinite power healing our people.
Yes.
Hip hop is a subculture of the greater culture. So when you say give hip hop a grade right now, music is going to go on. We're going to constantly reinvent ourselves, whether we call it hip hop or under the umbrella of hip hop or whatever. But some of the stuff I'm hearing today, it's a social engineering, and you talked about that often. This shit is a social engineering project, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And if you listen at what's going on, everything from the frequency of the music, everything from the kind of artist that's out now, everything from where they're performing at, how they make their money, this whole digital kind of energy that's kind of going out here, it's all a social program experiment, man. And they're winning because I was talking to my man Shane on the way back to my house because we in the lab right now putting some stuff together. And I was saying, we don't even know how to listen to music. We don't even know how to hear it. We're listening to music on our phones. Wait, let's process that for a minute. Wow. Back in the day, we had gigantic boom boxes. Before that, we had systems in the park.
Facts.
Where we can hear every nuance of every song, right?
Facts.
And now you going crazy and nodding your head because somebody's playing a song on their cell phone?
Yeah, let me get the aux cable. I remember being in the car in the summertime and I'm listening to my new album and whatnot. I'm, you know how Atlantic traffic is, right? So I'm wedged between two 18-wheelers and whatnot. And I'm playing with my phone trying to rewind a damn song of mine. And you already know what almost happened. And I had one of those moments where I was like, fam, I'm literally listening to my album off my damn phone. Where am I?
Right.
I came home that night and I put an order in for 300 CDs. You feel me? Hard copies, going back to the essence. I'm like, yo, I'm getting sucked into this damn digital zeros and ones and whatnot. I'm losing the essence of what music is. So yeah, man, we're definitely in a new place.
Yeah, let's decode that zeros and ones real quick. I call them the old ones. We got to go back to the old ones. That's why you look at that physical. They the old ones. You understand? We got to hit the reset button and go back. We got to get back and get used to hearing songs on the black melanated wax.
Right.
It did something to our auric field. It did something to our chakras. You understand what I'm saying? It did something to our energy fields. It did something to the melanated copper essence that lined the eardrums. You understand what I'm saying? And that line every part of the body, every organ in the body. So we respond to certain frequencies different.
Super facts. Listen.
Right. The phone won't do that, bro.
It will not do that. I was at a function in the summertime. I believe it was the beginning of the summer. And it was you and Minister Server on the ones and mother effing twos. Laying it down. We was in the West End, right? At the museum, and y'all were giving us a 101 right after the Malcolm X Fest now I'm remember. Right after the Malcolm X Fest, y'all did the after party and you were DJing on the ones and twos, taking us all the way back. We heard the record popping, we got some scratches in there. You feel me?
Yeah,
all of the bells and whistles, y'all brought that shit out. We had a dancing line at the end and whatnot, a Soul Train line. So yeah, man, we got to go back to that. We got to go back to that. Now,
give hip hop a grade. Hip hop, will always get an A. Everything else that's on the periphery, of hip hop, it gets an F. Everything from the clothing, everything from right on down. You understand
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Let me say Hip Hop Inc. so we could be more specific. Well, let's say Hip Hop Inc., right? Hip Hop Incorporated, not like you said, not higher infinite power healing our people. To me, that's kind of been tucked away. That's what's been missing. That's what they have on house arrest. They cloned it and brought out this new thing called Hip Hop Inc. that looks like it, sounds like it, but it's definitely not it. And
Right.
yes, I do agree. I'm in tune with you. I'm in, that I'm giving it a capital F, like Black Dot said. And like you said, it is trash. It's to the point where it's going through what we know as entropy. Okay.
Mm-mm.
It's going through entropy, and it's painful to listen to. It's very much more painful to watch and to witness and whatnot, because the pain comes from the potential that it's not real, that it's not being realized. Just knowing that it has so much potential, like, God damn, this shit got so much potential and it's trash. The newest, most recent, and it's not even, the paint hasn't even dried on the wall right now, but the newest indication of the death of the party, the fact that the ship has sunk, was the BET Awards last night. I didn't watch it. I read the tweets. The knuckle draggers was like, what the F is this? You feel me? Like it don't even take much to amuse them. They don't need much. They were like, what the hell is this right here? I heard they had it in a bar.
Wow.
Yeah, some shit, like it was in a club or something. Like no budget, no A-listers.
Wow.
They wasn't even able to bring in the people from Love and Hip Hop to be in the audience. Like it's no Diddy after parties, nothing. You feel me? This shit was defunct. It was horrible, I heard.
Right.
So,
Let me shout out Aaliyah Heels. She says GRIFF shit still viral from 15 years ago, exposing the filthiness in this music industry. And that is true, because Aaliyah, you might not know, but I was in it, and I was in it deep, moving a politically conscious hip hop movement around the world, around the globe. And
yes.
I was the manager for all of that. And plus, I choreographed it. You understand what I'm saying? And the whole bit, and made sure I oiled it every now and then. It was working. We was reaching out people, doing what we were supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, they was working on individuals in the group to create opposition to what that energy that I was putting out. You understand what I'm saying?
From within.
Outright, from within. Our main goal was to raise 5,000 Black leaders. Our main goal was to raise the consciousness of our people so we can operate on a different level.
Wow.
And we was pointing young people to organizations and getting politically astute. All right. And we was raising the vibrational pitch, man, and it was happening, and it was working. We was doing our job. And then, they kind of said, okay, well, enough is enough. We can't take this. We can't slow this thing down. You understand what I'm saying? So they bought off one, and the other one ended up on drugs. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay. This is how we're going to do this. So they ended up getting rid of me. And then as I start to look back at it now, I said, was that part of the programming? Was that part of the social experiment? You understand what I'm saying? And everybody I talked to, I said, well, nah. They said, well, I said, nah, I don't think so, because at this point in 2024, I'm not supposed to be around. I'm supposed to be dead.
Right.
I'm not supposed to even be in the pictures talking. They were supposed to have neutralized me. The house being burning down, thinking I'm in it.
Right.
Being poisoned, being shot at.
Right.
The window busted out in the back seat, and the sister that was driving did some maneuvering. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm still here.
Well, shit, they tried, and you protected. So they like, you know what? We not about to make this dude a martyr. They probably got a call from the top to back off, right? But dealing with these type of people, you always got to have your head on swivel, because one thing about them, they don't forget. And when you least expect it, that's when they come in and try to dysfunction, you know, the function.
Yeah, but you got to understand, this is 2024, and they were trying a whole bunch of different ways. They'll send the big booty, big leg white girl at you. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right. That's why
they want that'll smoke
discipline
weed with you and drink with you and hang out with you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you end up with some shit in your suitcase that you left at the hotel. No, I'm dead serious, bro. I'm talking.
No, I already know. I already know. Listening to all of these reports over the years about how far, and even studying the greats like the Sam Cookes and the Otis Reddings, and you know, the people who this mafia stepped on all the way back then. When you look at it, Griff, I mean, when you really step back and look at it, and you look at all of the legends in the past 15 to 20 years that these people have neutralized, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally the none of the legends, I'm not gonna say none, but a good 75% of them did not make it out of this thing standing up.
Exactly. Yeah. They didn't even make it to this point where they could look back and talk about it.
Right.
Without having a drug habit, without having coming off alcoholism, without having, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
At 64 years old, can't even walk, impotent, and all this other madness. You understand what I'm saying?
Kidneys, liver, you know, can't walk. You feel me? Amputations and stuff like that.
So
you know what
out.
they did to MJ?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No.
What they did to Prince?
Right.
What they did to Whitney Houston?
Right.
You feel me? What they did to James Brown?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's egregious. These were megastars, family. These are not just simple. These were megastars. Okay.
Yeah. Urban XTV said, yo, you definitely not leaving with the masters.
You're not leaving with the masters, bro.
You want to own your master to master yourself. They like, hell nah.
Hell nah.
With that.
Right.
Nah. They buying everybody's goddamn masters, letting you know who the master is, because that was part of the plan.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, that was part of the plan. So this whole idea of the weaponization of hip hop, we started out with the weaponization of black music. You understand what I'm saying? And then we had to switch it up a couple of times because Supernova Slum was part of it. Black Dot, yourself, your brother, Wesley Muhammad, and then me and Wesley just circling back around. That's all. Dot hit me up and said, yo, I want to do something new. I'm not going to let it out the bag. I'm going to let the Black Dot talk about that.
Yes.
But it's going to elevate this thing on a different level where we get in front of some microphones and some people. Yes. Some other people are doing it, and they talking about this gender wars that's going on. Why can't we sit around and decode the weaponization of urban culture, the weaponization of black music, the weaponization of hip hop? Well, me and Wesley decided to get back together to make it happen. Somebody has to put this thing back in its context.
Right. I want to see the
Diddy and whoever else. Let me tell you something. The Diddy thing ain't the beginning of it. It's the end of it.
That's right.
They're already on to the next program. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to explain to people. You feel me? The Diddy thing is sort of like a scapegoat. They're using him as a scapegoat. And while everybody is focusing on him and distracted by him, the new program, like you said, it continues, you know.
Right, exactly. What the whole idea, see, we can't even fathom the thought of scrubbing your whole history off the internet. Think about that.
Right.
So right now, while everybody's looking at Diddy on the left, what do you think that all these characters on the right that was at the parties are doing?
Right. Removing and scrubbing.
Right. Their Twitter pages down and scrubbing it. They got companies now.
They got companies that would do it, right? Forensic companies that will scrub for you. Facts.
Digital forensic.
Right. And then you'll have an usher say, oh, my account was hacked.
Yeah,
Your account was hacked, and all they did was erase pictures. Last time I read the hacked handbook, they supposed to upload pictures, you know what I mean? And upload memes and shit like that and write crazy status updates. They don't just get on an erasing spree of all of the Diddy pictures. Let's stop that.
Right. So somebody tried to come at me recently, all right, and said, well, you just came back on the air. How do you know? I was like, man, let me tell you something, man. I've been on this. I put the book out on it. Me and Black Dot circumnavigated the United States talking about it. Yourself was included, your brother and other people. We've been talking about this.
Eons ago.
It's just that you just now discovering Professor Griff has been talking about this. Ask your daddy. You understand what I'm saying? You may be too young to remember. You got to
Right.
ask somebody a little bit older than you, young blood. Come on, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I put it in the book, I mean, I laced it, and then I laced it to the point where I had too much information. I had to put out book 2. Then on top of that, the thousands of YouTube clips that are online about Professor Griff, most of them were taken down. Pill?
Yeah, they were scrubbed.
They were scrubbed.
They were scrubbed. You part of the scrubbing campaign.
This has been going on. We've been talking about this, man.
Yes, and that's the danger of these scrubbing campaigns. It seems as if, you know, they'll scrub the originators of certain types of topics and bring in the quote unquote, I won't call them the clones, but the facsimiles. You know what I mean? They will bring in a stepped on version of you. You feel me? You might be a 0.9. They're gonna bring in a 0.5 and propagate that person and pedestal that person and platform that person as if they're the ones with the quote unquote information. But those people tend to be controlled. You feel me? And the controlling that I'm seeing is with the dollar, right? They're on TV or they're on the internet talking about who sold out and who's this and this and that, but they're being controlled by the dollar. You feel me? They're whores for $1 now, because it's like, yo, if you pay me, like Orlando Brown said the other day on a video that I saw, he said, depending on how much he gets paid, that's the character that he'll bring to the table. So if you drop 5 bands on him, he's going to come on your platform and be intellectual, and he won't play around, and he'll answer all of your questions directly, and he'll give you some good information. But if you give him $500, he's going to come on your show and play crazy, you know, and play crazy. The same thing with Charleston White. He said, this is not the real person. This is a character. I'm doing it for the bag. I'm going to say what needs to be said. I'm going to answer. You know, I want to come back. So I'm going to say some real shocking, all type of shit. He's a shock jock, you know, that is a free agent shock jock. He's not a shock jock that's employed by one company. He's a shock jock on tour. So they on the Chitlin circuit, the YouTube Chitlin circuit, doing all of these videos, just spewing whatever, anything that they ask him. I never heard one of these people say, nah, I wasn't there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
You got an answer for everything.
I think a lot of people they dry stitches. Someone asked me the other day, do I believe everything that Jaguar Wright is saying? I said, I don't believe everything your ass is saying.
You feel me? What the hell?
You feel like that? You think I'm dumb? I got the ability to use my discernment to filter through the madness. You understand what I'm saying? Now the question is, do you, the person I said this to them? I said, now, do you have that filter? No, you don't. You know why? Your ass was high, drunk in the club, singing them same songs from them same people that they got the list on now that they're gonna go after. You wanted the fucking autograph. You wanted the selfie with the motherfucker. I didn't.
Right.
I knew what it was about.
And that's where the backlash, I feel, is so strong against these characters like a Diddy. It's a love-hate type of thing. It's not, it's the fact that he was being, quote unquote, people were living vicariously through him. It's more of a letdown type of thing. That's why so many people are focusing on the baby oil and making jokes about it. It's really laughing so these niggas don't cry. They're really upset. The whole culture is upset. And Bow Wow was the only one that had the testicular, the gonads enough to say it. They still want the parties, because I'm gonna share something with you. This is how I know these Negroes are still asleep. Big Meech came home today. And the first thing that everybody said, where's the party? So my thing is this, y'all haven't learned, because you're under the assumption that at the BMF parties, there wasn't freak offs going down there. You're under the assumption that there wasn't sex trafficking, whatever these new terms are that they came up with. All of that was going on at the BMF parties. The drugs, the trafficking, the underage girls, all of that shit was going down. So these people still want party and bullshit. They don't want justice. They want party. They want things to cackle about. They want things to, to just talk about. They want things to gossip over. They want salaciousness, what they call lewd and lasciviousness.
It's sad. How is man gonna get out and come home to party? I think that's the last thing somebody might want to do. About get grounded and get centered, which I know he's going to do. Get grounded and get centered. It's a different world out here now. You understand what I'm saying?
These girls want to come and spread it for the ballers. Come on now. They want to get chosen. Where's the party at? So we could spread it for Meech and everybody who's affiliated.
Someone said, how would you feel if Puffy got off? I said, well, if he do, he must know somebody that's at Vanguard and BlackRock. Because, yeah, I'm a firearms instructor, man. And when you get caught with a firearm with the serial numbers etched out, off, that's Fed time, bro. I know that went down just like that. You understand? That's why I took my stuff off public. I'm not doing it public no more. They try to send the cute one my way with the nice shape, talking sweet on the phone, yada yada yada, whoop whoop. Get her out on the range, and all of a sudden now you got a gun that you don't want, but you want to sell me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so they
That's
take
the
that
dirty hammer, right? That was the dirty one. That's the shit that killed Jimmy Hoffa.
Yep. So I'm like, oh, okay. I said, don't you know they got nano microchips now that they can track anything? And I'm like, yeah, I don't buy secondhand guns like that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do it, sis. Oh, but I thought you said, and yada, yada, yada. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. At that moment, I said, you know something? I'm not teaching no more, nobody from the public no more. So if you want to get trained in firearms and self-defense, if you don't know somebody that know me, that know somebody that know me, yeah, you might go somewhere else, man. Yeah, I gotta move different at 64 years old.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
So listen, man, myself and Dr. Wesley Muhammad, we're going to be at the YG Urban Cafe, that's 640 Evans Street, Southwest Atlanta, this Saturday, October 19th, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Now check this out, Phil. I'm saying this publicly. While you got that on the screen, all right?
Yes, sir.
This is number 5. We got to circle back around and do it in New York. Me, you, Black Dot. You understand what I'm saying?
You hear that, Dot?
Hopefully Dot is listening. I'm sure you're out there listening.
You understand me?
That's out, though. I already confirmed with Dot that my band is coming to get down. He said he want to get down.
Oh, you bringing the music with you?
I'm bringing my band. Yeah, we getting down, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, we need that live music. You feel me?
We have to. We have to.
Because the days of just speaking on the problem and not presenting the clean glass will be the ceremony or the party afterwards, where we bring out real MCs, real vibrations, real music, real quote unquote hip hop. So people will know what it sounds like and what it looks like, so they can have a point of reference. So I'm with all of that.
Oh, okay, cool. We're definitely gonna make it happen. So myself and Wesley Muhammad, we're gonna kind of crank it up again. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta set it. We gotta set it in motion. You know, once we set it in motion, everybody else that was a part of it before, the weaponization of black music, the weaponization of urban culture, the weaponization, you understand what I'm saying? We got to jump back on it and make it happen, because I'm telling you, I travel around the country. Young people need to hear us now.
Right now. I already know. That was Baltimore, or was it Houston? Did you and Supernova?
No, we did both. That was Baltimore.
Okay.
And then I think me and Dot was in Baltimore also. And then I did Houston with you. Me and you were in Houston.
We was in Houston, yes.
Yeah, you and I was in Houston, and then we did A couple of other places, man. I
Me
forget.
and you did Florida in 2010. I remember
Right?
you
Me and
came.
Wes did Raleigh, North Carolina. Then we did, yeah, man. I think we did Birmingham. Me and Dot did Birmingham, I think.
Woo, y'all did Birmingham.
We did
Birmingham Badge is what we call
Memphis.
it.
Me and Dot did Memphis.
Okay, y'all did Memphis. I need to
Yeah,
see that video.
yeah, we did Memphis, man. Yep.
Y'all was
So
in
yeah, we were putting
Memphis.
it down, man, for real.
Yeah, my proposal for this new one, the new rollout would be let's print out the top 10 cities where it's up and it's stuck. You feel me? With
Yeah,
the murder capitals. And we gotta go and talk to the youth. We gotta look at them in their eyes and whatnot and spit that real to them, knowing that it's going to quote unquote wake at least one or two of them up. We're gonna influence the influential. So, it's definitely time because I wanted to know what is your stance on the drill culture? All right. The subset of rap music, the newest subset of rap music that has taken the youth by storm and whatnot. What is your quote unquote stance on that?
well, I don't necessarily have a stance. I don't want to be stagnant, and I don't want to be this old dude standing at the party looking around and watching
Yes.
everybody else have a good time. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me say this. Looking at it through the lens of military science, we need that energy. If you can follow me, I'm sure you're following me.
Yes. Warriors.
We need that energy. We just need to guide that particular energy. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Once you put some necessary things in place, then we could utilize the frequency and the vibration of that particular energy, that frequency, that music. All right, set some other things in motion, and in that, we're gonna find the next set of revolutionaries for real.
That's deep.
I'm
That's
telling you.
deep. Nah, I feel you on that. My mentality is I was 18 once. I was 20 before. And when I look back as to the person that I've become, that's when I'm able to see what some of these drill rappers could ultimately become in the next 5 to 10 years. Everybody starts out somewhere, but I see potential, I see messianic principles in a few of them. Um, I have to honor anybody who goes out for one of their friends who've gotten killed. Like there's a level of honor that you still have to give these teenagers who are literally at war because they lost somebody that they love. It's
Right,
going to
right,
be a healing process to help them get over that trauma from being child soldiers and whatnot. But
right.
like you said, the OGs, the unks, what they call us, they're listening to us at some stage in their lives, whether before they get, you know what I mean? Whether they're listening, believe you me.
Right. If we was to look at the music that we were listening to when we were their age, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, I can't, I can do that, but if I was to do that, I would have to say that particular music is the same music that the next generation sampled to make their music. If you follow what I'm saying.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
So then in that case, if that's the way it works, and the drill trap rappers of today took the 90s music to make their music,
Their music, right.
right, what's going to happen in the next 10 years? And did not Brand Nubian, Queen Latifah, Poor Righteous Teachers, Public Enemy, and other groups that was spitting consciousness, King Son and some other people, X-Clan, The Cool, and some other groups, did not they come out of those particular eras that was sampling the music 10, 20 years before them?
The disco, yeah,
Exactly.
the Poor Righteous Teachers and
Exactly.
everything. So
We took the funk, the disco, the R&B, some of the jazz, and we
yes,
made our music.
yes.
So we can't shit on those that have taken the 90s music to make their music. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Because now they're doing 90s, they're doing the house music, they're taking house music. They
Music is
have the
coming
New Jersey house sound, right? They're sampling that. So 10 to 20 years from now, they will be sampling the Chief Keef music, the Chief Keefs, you know, but maybe they'll be sampling the Cambadas or the Cyrocs, or
Right.
maybe they'll be sampling the Twin Pillars or the Dot's first album or Griff's album. You know what I
Right.
mean? There's no telling
Right.
at the end of the day, because we are the underground. And you know, at some point that underground has to surface. Eventually, it's gonna have to come to the surface. So when people talk about what's the new underground, I'm like, shit, God hop.
Right. I'm laughing because yeah, this is the digital underground.
This is the digital, yeah, this is the digital underground. It's attached to a whole movement. It has a whole history to it, but it's really underground. I don't want to hear Griselda and all. That's not underground. God hop is underground. The fact that y'all be in the room with Cyrock and don't say her name, that's the crime against humanity. She's the underground, you
Right,
know?
right. I think a lot of people slept on that. And I think it was partly due to the fact that there wasn't a lecture element that spoke enough. There wasn't that, for example, and
Yeah,
I'm not trying to big myself up. Trust me, I don't do that.
yeah.
After this album, the Asafo Soul, right?
Legend.
The Warriors affirmation for the soldiers, right?
Yes.
I go in places that I know they playing this, and I don't hear it.
Yes.
I go in places where I know they should be playing it. I don't hear it. I get in whips. I don't hear it. I go into vegan restaurants and other spots. I don't hear it.
Right. They playing Sexy Red at the vegan spots.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly. So I'm like, oh, okay. All right, I gotta change my strategy up. I got you.
Indeed.
At the peak of trying to figure out who created hip hop, I came up with Now You Know, a book about hip hop for children.
For children, right. Teaching them.
At the peak of us trying to figure it out.
Right.
I figured it out, and I put the elders up front with the QR codes.
Dope.
You understand what I'm saying? So there's no question. So then when we have other people creating and guiding the narrative around the 5 elements of hip hop, and people that's operating on the periphery of hip hop is leading the charge, I'm like, no, we can't have that. We got to arm the masses. We got to arm our people with the information so everybody could tell the same story.
Right. Right. And what better place to start than with the youth? Let them carry the legacy. Let them tell the story. Let them be exposed to, you know, your catalog and things of that nature. But if you don't speak on it, they wouldn't even know that it exists. So I've said this on many occasions. We need documentaries.
Right.
We need more web-centric content. We need the white boys to do documentaries on us like they do documentaries on the drill rappers. Because I learned about the killings and everything. I learned about who's killing who from white boys on YouTube who be giving up all of the black people business.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know, we need more people in our we don't need to rely on the Europeans to talk about us, but we need to rely on some of these young streamers and some of these young content creators to begin to come in and review some of these classic albums. You know, just speak on the this movement, because this movement is a powerful movement that has been severely overlooked. You know, severely overlooked.
One thing they haven't overlooked is the power of that black melanated copper vibration, bro. They know what that is. That's why they constantly trying to tap into it. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. They vultures. They can't live without our energy.
Right. Of course not.
You understand what I'm saying? So the more we give it to them, the more they stay alive. And then when we get depleted, they just move on to the next generation.
Henceforth, I'm glad that you brought that up. Henceforth, if anybody really pays attention, that cycle is repeating itself right now.
Exactly.
Because the older generation started getting hip, right? They started getting hip about licensing. They started getting hip about contracts. They started getting hip about what they were owed. What did the industry do? They rewinded the clock and say, we want to focus on Kai Cenat and the fucking teenagers. We want to shift all of our resources to the streamers now. We want to shift all of our resources to the drill rappers who are, I mean, they say the word drill rappers, but these are baby rappers. Let's just call it for what it is. These are Babies, the same way when they were signing babies in the golden era of hip hop, 16, 17, 18. I'm gonna sign you for a slice of pizza and some sneakers. Oh man, that sounds great. I never had that. Right?
Yeah.
Knowing that you can't come to the elders, you can't come to no older rapper now. You can't come to somebody who's been in this thing that's been on this planet for 40 years and come to them with some type of 360 deal or a quote unquote carrot and whatnot. But you could go to the youth because the youth, they just want to floss. They coming from poverty. They just need one way out. You know what I mean? So it's like once we get hip, they push us out the way and they go back to the youth, and it's going to take these young rappers who have been in perpetual, they signed themselves up for perpetual slavery. It's going to take them another 15 years to wake up and break out of these contracts. And then when they wake up, they'll rewind the tape and go and get their children.
Right. This is why it's a disconnect between the elders and the younger people nowadays. You understand what I'm saying? I've had a couple of parents contact me wanting me to sit down because their son or their daughter's about to sign a contract, and I never got to call again. Right. Never got to call again, man. And this is way beyond looking at thumbing through your contract, highlighting some stuff. It's deeper than that, man.
Right.
These young people need to be protected on a spiritual level and on a psychic level, man.
They need right. They need like Black Dot said, the youth for war, the elders for counsel.
Right.
If we had a union, if hip hop became unionized, if there was, because that's the real big homies. If hip hop had an elder statesman system, right, where they say to these young artists coming in, you got to go through orientation,
right,
not through the label, through us first. And you need to have a sponsor before you even go into these labels. How dare you walk into a label butt naked with nobody, no elders who've been on these, who know the science, who know the history. You feel me? You should get a consultation before you even consider signing any contract.
Right, exactly. Listen, I got to get ready to get out of here, but let me say this.
Yes, sir.
There's building these new independent, self-contained cities now.
Yes.
Where I don't care who you are, you won't be able to control the music in those areas. I'm gonna say that again. The apartment complex is a whole new city unto itself now. The gym is there, the club is there, the grocery store is there, the laundromat is there, the bank is there. You ain't gotta go nowhere.
Right. That's the 15-minute cities.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, when you say the 15-minute cities, let's think deep for a second. They're going to control everything else about your life. You're not even thinking about controlling. Radio frequencies.
Right.
Right? Sunlight.
Damn.
I know some people listening and say, Griff, you crazy, man. You go, yeah, man.
Sunlight.
Yeah, because if you got solar panels.
Right.
No damn electric bill or whatever, they're going to control that. How much something going to come to these 15-minute cities? Where are they at? Are they in places where it's easily getting flooded? You understand what I'm saying? Are they near highways? Do we have access to the highway? Do we have access to water? I'm just breaking some basic stuff down.
That's right. They literally building some shit in the desert right now as you speak in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, there's no water. It's in the middle of the desert. 15-minute smart cities.
So then they have to seed the clouds now, and now, heart becomes more and more necessary.
Necessary, right?
Anyway, as always, man, love you to life, good bro. All right.
Yes, likewise.
Is this Saturday in Atlanta. Myself and Dr. Wesley Muhammad. All right. We're going to be at the YG Urban Cafe, the Weaponization of Hip Hop Part 5. You can call me for tickets, all right, or just to call me and text me to get on the guest list. You got to call me and talk to me, 678-557-2919 is my phone number. And YG Urban Cafe, 640 Evans Street, Southwest Atlanta territory. All right, I'll see y'all this weekend, all right?
Yes, sir. Peace and love, all right?
Peace.
No doubt. Peace. Yes, family. Yes, yes, yes. As you heard from the good brother, if you are in the Atlanta area, put your phone to the QR code and scan it right now. Go ahead and get your ticket. All right. $40 at the door, 640 Evans Street. That's in the west end of Atlanta. I look forward to seeing the family in the building when y'all pull up. Dr. Wesley Muhammad and Professor Griff giving up pure game. All right. The weaponization of hip hop. Part 5. All right. Part 5. A classic series. I shit you not. A classic series. I will be in the building vending, and I look forward to seeing y'all there. All right. And before we forget, we also have coming up on Saturday, October the 26th, me and the good brother Q Reeves, we will be doing a masterclass on spiritual expansion entitled Unveiling the Veil. And that will be on Zoom only. Unveiling the Veil, Saturday, October the 26th. All right. And the link for that is in the bio. Okay. So please pull up, be in the building, show your support, and we will definitely show up and do what we came to do. And that is to drop some classical information. All right. So with that being said, we will be back for Third Eye Thursdays mañana. Check us out, Third Eye Thursdays tomorrow. We will be in the building dropping that information on your ass. All right. So peace, love, and light. And we are out of here. We're going to leave y'all with the 44 Tops Facts remix. You dig? Peace.
Brand new purple light, friends. Brand new purple light, friends. Facts. Brand new purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Get to know the legend, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the legend, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.